Yes, we do need music. Ta-da! Da-da-da-da. We do. We need whoever wants to develop our theme music, we would so appreciate it. You've got Melody Chadamoya and Jacqueline Best here, broadcasting from Best Whole New World. We're going to be talking about living from your heart and getting what you want from the man in your relationship. And this is a hot topic.
Yes, it is.
And how hot is it?
Well, it can be as hot as you want it to be.
Okay, well, I will just start out by saying that I know for most of my life, looking back, I was unaware that what I was focusing on what I didn't want. Like a common thing that I've heard many people say, and I know is, I don't want anything like my father, or I don't want anything like this. And then you wake up one day and you go, oh.
Yeah, that's what I got.
So you're going to clear that all up for us today, right?
Yes, I am, yeah. But we need to look back a little bit from the past 2 weeks.
Okay.
And we looked at the masculine energies and the feminine energies. And we gave you a homework. And the homework was to look at the traits that you have, the feminine traits and the masculine traits. And also to be aware which you're using at any given point. And then we moved on to last week, where we were looking at what were we looking at last week? We're looking, oh, this is funny. The outcomes of your relationship. Like what type of relationship do you want? What type of relationship are you envisioning? Because if you don't have a destination, how do you know you're there? How do you know, if you need to know what type of relationship you want. And so we asked you to make a declaration and have a declaration like, I have a very loving relationship with my partner, but it can be any declaration at all. Just you telling the universe, oh God, and yourself, what kind of relationship you want. And then to focus on that declaration for 5 minutes every day for 21 days, feeling all the good emotions that you get from having that type of relationship. And so today we are looking at the characteristics of the man you want, or the type of man you want, and why. Because these two go together.
Okay. Because I know on that 21-day declaration, there was a little bit of a point for me that said, it could feel that, oh, isn't this great having this declaration and this envisioning of a relationship? And then I could sense that there was energy around saying, nah.
Yeah, I think to a certain extent, a lot of people are afraid of good relationships. They would rather hold on to what they believe is true about relationships than actually really get into the idea of having an amazing, flourishing, happy, joyful relationship. And this past week, I was thinking of Barack and Michelle. And I was thinking of them in terms of how...
We're talking about the Obamas, right?
Yes, yeah, Barack Obama and Michelle Obama. and the fact that, whenever you saw them together on TV, I mean, like thousands of miles away here in Ireland, you would still see the chemistry between them. You'd see the playfulness and the connection. It was always there the whole time. And that's possible for anybody. I'm using them because they were in the media for 8 years, if not 10, of a lot of people's lives, and they saw them, and they are the most visible, caring, connected, Like Michelle is very strong,
Yeah.
but she was never in competition with her husband.
Right.
Barack is very strong, but he was always appreciative of his wife's strength. And those two you can both be very strong people. You can both be very stubborn sometimes people. You can still compliment, respect, honor each other. That's what we are trying to do here.
Okay, I'm listening.
So if you say, I'm resistant, you're still focusing on the past that we have tried to clear. And it will come up. It always comes up. Our fears always come up. Our triggers always come up. Especially if we have a history of going through that with other men. Then there's that little part, that tiny bit that says, what if I'm wrong? But what if you're right? What if this time you deliberately create the relationship you want? What if you consciously say, okay, I want a man with these characteristics. I want him to be smart. I want him to be funny. I want him to be whatever it is. And you get very open about it to yourself, to the universe. You ask for guidance, for God to get you, or the universe to get you to that man, or that man to come to you.
Yeah.
And when you know the characteristics you want and why you want them, why do you want a man to be kind? Why do you want, I'll tell you, I wanted a man to be kind because my idea, and this was not from a place of transformation. This was from a place of fear. But fortunately, it got me to where I wanted. I don't want you to go through the whole process that I went through. I want to help you to get to the point where I got to as fast as possible. So I wanted a man with a lot of things, but I wanted kindness because I thought if he is a kind person in general, he would not be cruel to me. So it was very selfish, but it was a good thing. I wanted kindness because I wanted him to be kind to me, that if we were fighting, he would still be kind to me.
Okay, so you know what is the aha for me is that I did that when I met my second husband. I actually had made a list of all the characteristics that I wanted, and I remember being challenged on that by a friend that says, "All right," and I said, "Listen, I'm in the gotten out of one," and she said, "Are you really focused on your list of what you want? Are you doing it?" And so for 3 days I was focused on it, and poof, I got this, voice that said, "Call this Jeff." And I had his name from like 9 months.
Yeah.
That a girlfriend. Anyways, it was about a business deal. I thought, anyways, I wasn't going to call because it wasn't the time. And I called and I got him, and the connection was like this. Like, it was just great. And he seemed, okay, everything that I had on paper, because as I talked to him every couple of days, I'd be like, wow, you're even doing that, which was, like, wow, you are really, this is amazing. But that didn't stay that way, Melody.
Why not? What happened?
Well, I think the first day we moved in together, so that's when everything shifted. I can look back and say there were other signs, but after that I saw it wasn't quite the complete package, but I didn't trust my guidance. Okay, so that's the truth.
Yeah. Now you're onto something.
And so that's a call out to somebody today that I was speaking with too. This is interesting that it's all coming up because I was just with that doing it with someone else. But yes, so it was all there on the list. However, there was still other signs that there were issues, and I ignored them. Okay, great.
Yeah. And we all do that. We all get guidance. We get to be told, this is really not the right person for you. Yes, they seem like they have these characteristics. they seem like, because you see, men are smart. Men know what women want in general. They know what you want, and they can play the game because they want the woman. Yeah, you're going to meet those people. You are going to meet people who know what you want. People go to join churches, okay, to get girls. The moment they get married, they move out of the church and they don't go to church ever again.
Oh, another caller to another friend of mine. This is like so great. This call. This is like the best conversation already, Melody. I mean, if people haven't been tapped in and tuned in, this should go viral. Okay, this is going to change relationships right now. Okay, go ahead.
so you need. It's not just about, I'm attracting this person. I want this person. I need this person. It's much more than that. If you want a person who's kind, where are they showing kindness? They might seem like they're showing kindness. I'll give you an example. One day we were walking down the street with my husband, boyfriend at the time, and we met a child. He was at that time we had started having street kids. We never had street kids when we were growing up, but in the early 90s they started to crop up. So there was this street kid. I think he was like 14 or 12. He looked so young and desperate and hungry, and it was just dark, just gone dark. And he came to us and he asked for money for food. And my heart broke for him because that's who I am. I'm very compassionate. But we had a policy of not giving money to street people because it can be dangerous sometimes. So we walked away, 2 blocks away. Then I said, but he really looked hungry. I won't be able to sleep. I really won't be able to sleep if I go to bed and I know that boy could not get food. Why don't, instead of giving him money, let's go back and buy him food instead. And he said, Melody, come on, we've already come home. And because we were just home. Our flat or apartment was just, 2 blocks away. And he said, oh, come on. I said, please do this for me. So we walked back 2 blocks. We bought him, and he really was hungry. We bought him 2 pies and a drink, and we gave him the food, and he was so grateful. He took the food, he ran away into a corner and started eating because other kids would come and grab the food from him. And he started eating, and we went home. And I said, thank you so much. I really appreciate this. That showed he had compassion as well. He had felt what I felt for this boy.
Yes.
And I could, yes, exactly. So, observe, be very observant. See, when you walk into a restaurant with a guy and he's abusing everybody around him, but he's being very nice to you, run. Run, like, seriously. One of my very close sisters, she said to me, her boyfriend was asked to clean a car by his mom. And he made the maid clean the car because how could he do that? She saw it. It was a red flag for her. Right? She didn't like it, but she never dealt with it. She married the guy. Right. And he trampled on her heart completely.
Yeah, and so I can see because my ex, he had this tremendous kindness streak when it was to his advantage.
Aha.
Yes, and I can see that now, right? But at the time, whenever that happened, right, it was just like I would always go whenever there was an outburst or that other stuff that went on. That I would just go, well, but really, he's this kind person over here.
Yeah, but he's only being kind to score points with you. He's not a kind person. He's doing it for a reason. There's an outcome he's looking for. And that's really dangerous for women because there's one other thing that makes us do that. And that is the myth of being chosen. Because at some point during the last centuries, I don't know how long, we were made to believe that Men choose us. You don't want to be left on the shelf. You don't want to be an old maid. There's no any of that for men. You don't want to yeah. So it's all rejection. It's all, I'm not. So we start thinking, I'm not beautiful enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not this enough. I'm not enough. That's not true. And because of that, we compromise our needs, or the need for characteristics that we want. We compromise that by settling for either the best worst, or we just take whoever asks us.
Right. So,
because, oh my God, if I go past 35 and I'm not married, what are people going to say?
So I just want to recap here for a second. So basically, generational history, ancestral stuff, is all that energy's in the air saying, that you need to be chosen. You need to be, that you're not good enough. The guy's going to decide if he wants you. Yeah. And so although all of us watching and participating are going, we are awesome, and we know that. We are so fabulous that anybody would be lucky to be blessed with our presence. We could still be carrying the baggage from the past that's deep down that's saying, oh, if I don't accept this person who I'm settling with the one thing, or he looks really great on one hand, but the other hand, when you turn it around, is the flip side, but I'll put up that because I'm getting half of it.
And nobody's perfect, and I will be able to change him once we are married.
Oh, say that again, sister.
I will be able to change him after we are married. I don't know where women got this. Even our children, we're not able to change them.
Right.
We can't. It's like, it's just impossible. You can't change anybody.
Right.
You can't. So giving yourself that power, that godly power, even God does not dictate who we are. We choose who we want to be.
Right.
If God says, I will let you be whatever crazy you want to be, who are you, a mere human being, to say you can change a man or anyone for that matter?
My love could. Okay. I was gonna be that one that I was gonna love him and accept him no matter what it was, and it was gonna change. So no, it didn't work. I can tell you, it didn't work.
No, it doesn't work. And what makes it even worse for women is this: men ask women out because their initial attraction is physical. They see your body, they want it, they ask you out. She's hot. You would never ever hear men saying, oh, she's got good character. That's why I asked her out. Oh, she's hot.
Actually, did you see that little video that I posted? And I got on Dustin Hoffman, right?
Yes. Yeah, I think I commented on it.
I thought you did. That all of a sudden I thought maybe you were the one that posted it and I was responding. But yes, that was
you did. Yeah. She's hot and I want her. Then they do everything they can to come and talk to you, to make you laugh, to inspire you, to excite you, pay as much attention, because women want attention. As much attention as you need. They will do everything. But they want to sleep with you. That's all they do all the dance. But the point of the initial connection is they want to sleep with you. They can't do it because we won't allow them. That's the only reason.
Right. So how do we do it then? How do we get what we want?
That's when you have the utmost amount of power. Because now men are going to come, they'll ask you out. You're hot anyway, so they'll come ask you out.
Mm-hmm.
But you choose the person that makes you feel the best of yourself the
Right.
most.
Right.
So when you're going out on a date, you are not checking to see, oh, does he look at my boobs? Does he like them? Is he looking at my legs? Does he like? He already likes all that. Don't care about that. What you should care about is, how do you feel inside you when you are talking to him?
Mm-hmm.
That connection you're having with him. Feel yours, because yours will tell you the truth.
Right.
What he's doing won't tell you the truth. How you are feeling will tell you the truth. And
So
if you have,
go ahead.
okay, if you have done all the work that we've been doing all this time,
Right.
you will know that, okay, this feels good. This feels great. Oh my God, I feel more of myself. That's when it's the true person you should be with.
Okay. So that's what I was going to, basically that's what I was going to say. So if people have been opening their heart and focusing on what they want and doing their, their little visualization and their time about what they want in a relationship, they're naturally going to attract things in their life, but then they have to feel it and follow their feelings, whether this is authentic or it's in, it looks good, but it's not the entire package. And how did we really feel inside? So it's trusting your insides.
Yeah, don't listen to your girlfriends when they say, oh, all men are crap, but we put up with them anyway. No, don't listen to that, because not all men are crap. Really, I know so many amazing, wonderful men. I really do. And they try their best, and it's really unfair for us as women to turn around and say, oh, we just have to put up with them because we are long-suffering and we're victims. We're victimizing ourselves.
Right. Yeah.
Reclaim your power. Be conscious when you're choosing a person. But the consciousness you have is not how attractive am I or how much makeup am I going. Men really, really, really don't care about all that. Right. They just care about how you are feeling. So if you're more joyful, if you're fun, if you're enjoying yourself, you're in it for the fun of it. If you're inspired to be who you are, inspired to your greatness, to want to be better than anyone, but better than yourself, because you're not in competition. You just want to be inspired to be your best self. Then you're on a winner. Anything else is a compromise, and it's in the long run, it won't be good for you.
And probably men feel like if they are attracted to the sense of your inspiration and your the sexy vibe you're putting out there, because it does come more from just that energy.
Yeah.
And as you start to, or if you do start to shift because you don't feel you're good enough, they probably sense that all that, right? And start to treat you differently also, that they're going, well, you don't think you're good enough, right?
Yeah.
So I'll make sure you feel like you're not good enough.
Yeah, exactly. Either or. Because I'll give you an example. When I was dating Taurai, and he used to say this regularly, I'll never marry you. Right. And I'd say, sure, who cares? I don't want to be married anyway. And I know, too much pride, it's my father's fault. Anyway. So I'll just say, okay, fine, I don't need to get married. I don't care, blah, blah, blah. But on some level, I cared, because I started thinking, what is it that makes him say that? Why is it that I'm not good enough for him to marry? He loves me. I know he loved me. Mm-hmm. But when I was angry, I was vicious. Mm. And he was terrified that, he's going to mess up.
Right.
And I would kill him with my words. Who wants to commit to that? Really?
Right.
Who does?
Right. So that's why he was telling you he does not want to marry you.
Yeah.
Right.
When I changed, when I started to be more comfortable in myself and started to enjoy myself more with him and focus on the fun I was having with him and the joy I was feeling in my heart when I was with him, and stopped thinking I needed to fix everything about him and just be with him, he begged me to marry him. I was still of the stance I don't want to get married, but he begged me and he said, you know what? In the end, he said, I'm not even going to listen. We're getting married, whether you like it or not. And I said, okay, fine. I've given up fighting anyway. Let's just get married. But because to me, getting married meant losing my freedom.
Right.
And I didn't want to lose that. And you know what? I never lost my freedom, even after I got married. There was no need for me to be afraid.
Well, being afraid, can you read Corey's comment down there? Hi, Corey. Or do you want me to read it to you?
Please read it to me.
Okay, because I need to go. The same thing. So she says, I've been single for over 2 years. I find it very difficult to let anyone get too close enough. Even though I would like to find a partner, at least try to. It seems too risky. Thanks for sharing that, Corey.
Thank you for sharing. But you need to make a choice, Corey. Either you want to be in a relationship, like everything is a risk, okay? Everything is. Me loving my husband so much and him dying was risky. It was risky, and it was like he had a skin issue, so the threat of cancer was always an issue for him. And chances of him dying of cancer was very high. Would I have let that go because I was afraid I'll be a widow at 36? I don't think so. We don't know what's coming around the corner. We really don't.
Right.
Holding back from loving, like the amount of growth and transformation and love and everything that we get from being with somebody and loving them that deeply is worth it. It really is. It's more work. That's why God created it, because he wanted us to work really hard, because while we are doing that, we are working for our souls and our spirits and our connection with God and the universe. And that's a benefit, I think.
Yeah. And the one comment that I would say, right, and besides the fact that there's the choice, right, because it's either the relationship or not the relationship, but Corey, you definitely know some of my story. And if you haven't had a chance to watch the beginning of Opening Your Heart, there was a 7-part series. I would suggest you go back to there, because there was like a little meditation in the sense that started the process, and each week there was something to start to open you up. And then it becomes easier to realize, you know what, there is this sense of trust.
Yeah.
There is this, and in the process, I know for myself over the past few years, as I've realized what's been going on, I've been able to like check in and check out and go, oh, that's a pattern of the past, and this is how I feel in this situation, and this feels good, and this person's very kind and trusting, and there was absolutely zero reason, no advantage for them to be like that.
And as well, when you start doing something deliberately, when you're deliberately creating your life from your declaration now, from what you want now, you have done all the other work, you have cleared everything, and you're starting from afresh, there's no need to be afraid. Because now you know how to do this. You also know when you see a person who's not good enough for you, you're not going to waste all your time trying to change them and say, I will love them from afar. They can go somewhere else. Breaking up is not a bad thing. It just means you get closer to the person who is ideal for you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So getting what you really want can really happen.
Yes. Definitely.
And it isn't just a magic wand, right?
No.
There is the fact that everybody that's watching here that hasn't got what they want was carrying baggage of some sort that was helping to create that relationship. Whether it was ancestral, codependent, whatever the whole thing is, right? And as we started to open up and look at ourselves, we let go and gave away things and became present. And now we are more open, like a beautiful flower ready to receive what we want in our life.
Yay.
Now we do the happy dance.
Yes, we do the happy dance and we enjoy ourselves. Yeah. So you really want a person who inspires you to find your joyful place. Nobody gives you happiness. Nobody gives you love.
Right.
What you get is what's already inside you.
Yeah.
So the person you are going to be with, you want to find, is the person who inspires all that you just go, it's out. And you can't control it. You try to close it in, but it's coming out anyway. That's the person you want. Yes, it's an explosion of joy, and that's why people go crazy. Because it's like a drug. You can't. Well, some people can't sleep, and I never did the whole can't sleep, can't eat thing. I didn't do that, but some people do because the joy. That's our natural state. We want to be there. We desperately need to be there, and people search for that for their whole lives. When it's already right in there, all you need to do is allow it to come out.
Yeah.
And start playing with it.
And one of my experiences has been too, is that, you know, I've met a few different people in the past few years being single, and there have been, you know, moments where it feels like, you know, it's coming together. And then there's just a feeling inside of me that, no, it's not the right time. You know, it's not, you know, just take a step back or take a step sideways. And in the past, I would have made that mean something, right? Like I would have created a story about it. And now I just honor what I feel. If it's like, take a side step, you know, if this is meant to occur, it's going to occur. And I'm going to make sure that it's going to occur in the right time, that he and I will all get, you know, for our highest and best good, and create that poof joy, as you said.
Yes, exactly. And you are in total control over what's happening, because now you're conscious. Now you know your power. Now you know what you can do and you can't. You're not sleepwalking through your life anymore. You're in control. And that's the most, like, you're not soldier control whereby you're fixing everything to fit, but you know what you want and you're going after it. And if it doesn't quite feel right at this moment, it doesn't mean it's not going to feel right down the way. It just means at this point, it's not right.
Right.
And like everything, it's timing as well. Everything has to line up and everything has to work well together. And, you know, funny story, last story I'm telling today. Before, when Zaura asked me out, first time, I said no. Not because there was anything wrong with him, but because I just didn't want a boyfriend at the time. I just thought there was too much trouble. That's what I believed. And I also asked him never to ask me out again. I know.
Is that true, Nelta? Okay, because I see Kaha and Diane, they both said they've joined us. So is it true, Nelta? Did she really say that? I have to master the art of scrolling through the comments. There you go.
And you know why I decided to go out with him? Because Taurai was super smart. Taurai wrote me a letter. He never used the words, I want you to be my girlfriend or anything like that. He was a literature crazy person. He used all the words without ever using any of the words I told him not to use the first time. And I was gobsmacked. I looked at it and I said, wow. Then I had to go and call him and tell him that I would go out with him because I couldn't wait for him to come to me. I told him not to.
Right.
So I had to go, swallow my pride, pick up the phone, wait in a queue because there were call boxes those days. Wait in a queue, pick up a phone and call him and tell him, okay, fine, I'll go out with you. But if you cheat on me, I'll kill you. Those are
Okay.
my words. Yeah.
So just for the American viewers, okay, that are going, a queue, what the heck's a queue? It's not at a billiard table? No, a queue is a line, right? Just have to do some translation here, just a little bit. Okay. But you weren't at the billiards at all. You were in line. You had to get in line to use the telephone that was on the wall.
Yes. Oh, goodness.
And that whole time you had to realize you were swallowing your pride.
Yeah, I did. Because I was swallowing my pride.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And anyway, it turned out it was the right thing to do. It was great for me. And I wondered, why did I wait so long? This guy is great. Anyway, yeah, but it was timing as well. Probably it wouldn't have worked out as much if we had started going out earlier and all that. Who knows?
Yeah, and trusting the time is very important. So trusting yourself to get what it is that you want.
Yeah.
In a man.
Yeah. And if you need help for me to help you get, because I can get any man at all I can get to know men and get to understand who exactly they are in a very short space of time. So if you need me to help you out with that, please connect with me and we'll talk about it some more.
And they can find you at Heart Passion Institute or on your Facebook page, Heart Passion Institute, right?
Yes, certainly. Either. Yeah.
Do they have an exercise to do this week or something, or just to continue to broaden their scope of what they really want?
Oh, they have a fun exercise to do this week. Yeah, okay, this week, if you're single, find a man to go out on a date with, or get a man to ask you out and go on a date. What? But not the way you have ever dated before. Yeah, this time you are listening to you. You're paying attention on you. It doesn't mean you totally ignore him, but you're focusing on how you're feeling the whole time. If you're laughing because it's funny. If you are enjoying yourself, you're enjoying yourself because you are enjoying yourself. If you are not enjoying yourself because you really aren't enjoying yourself. And you can always say, it's okay, we can all go our separate ways. But try to focus on how it feels in your heart, inside you. And please tell me how.
I'm not liking this one at all.
I know, but you have to do it.
What do you mean I have to do it? Okay,
you have to do it because it's going to change everything you've ever believed about going on dates. Everyone thinks they are difficult and they're complicated and they are and no, they're not. You don't even need to talk about what he does for work or whatever. Just ask silly questions. Like if you had to run around the world, how long do you think it would take you? Or if you had $50,000, what would you do with it? Things like that. Don't get serious. It's first date, or it's just a date. It's just 1-2 people meeting. Just enjoy it.
Something basic like coffee. I just ask somebody out. I got to do the asking?
Well, you can, or you can get them to ask you.
Is anybody else feeling pressure here? Stress? Okay.
I mean, if you are married or you're in a long-term relationship, You
then
also, yeah,
exercise.
yeah, you also have to go on a date.
Relationship with God. I'm excluded.
You are not excluded. No, you're not excluded. Because I want you to, I really want you to, when you go out, to not worry too much about what he's thinking of you. Because if he said yes, if he wants to, men are very easy. When they say yes, they mean yes. When they say no, they mean no. There isn't any, oh yeah, so I need to do this, and they don't care about all that. They really don't. We do. If he has said yes, it means he's really attracted to you and he wants to go out with you. So what happens when you go out with him, you focus on you having fun, not on him liking you, but you having fun.
I'm speechless. Okay.
I can't wait for your comments. I really can't.
Go on a date with God.
We all want to do that, Jacqueline.
Okay, I hang out with God all the time now. So okay,
Yeah.
the whole process. Okay, so but what if just see? I guess just this whole idea of dating is just that's where
I know. Okay, don't go on a date then. Go meet someone. Be with someone. Spend time with a man. Don't call it a date. Call it anything else.
And so where are we all going to report our results to? You know,
on the Heart Passion Institute. Leave a comment. Yeah, leave a comment. Or send me a PM even. If you don't want everyone to know your business, send me a PM and tell me. I'll compile the answers and we can have fun with it later down the line.
Is there anybody else on here that is up for this? Okay. Diane. Yeah, that's my first response is, you know what, there just isn't anybody out there at this moment in time that is in the same conversation I'm in. But when you say about fun, I could go kayaking. I could do something fun. I could do fun and just be fun.
I'm not saying you're marrying this guy. Come on. You're just going out to have fun with him. And the whole point is, yeah, you're going out with the guy. He's going to feel good. You're going to feel good. If he sees you going away smiling, he's going to say, that's a woman to get to know better, you know? But don't stress about that. That's not important. Yeah.
You don't think it's important because so we're going to catch you. Next week, you're going to tell us who you went out with because Annie and Corey and I, Nelta hasn't said anything but go on a date for me to go on a date with God. But we're all going, I'm not sure about this, So
okay, I will also make an effort to go on a date because I'm single as well. I will go out on a date with somebody and we'll see what happens. I don't know who I'm going to go on a date with, but I would do everything I can to find some guy to go out with.
Okay, so
it's not that hard.
Set an intention here that we're going to have a little experiment then, okay? That right now I can feel this tension in my stomach, so I'm going to let go and do some energy work related to that and whatever's there. And I encourage everybody else, whatever resistance, if you're having any, we'll give up. And we'll just play with the universe now and see what comes up.
Yeah, let's just relax into this and don't take it too seriously. Just say, it's an experiment.
It's an experiment. So Nelta said you, okay, but she's not planning to marry the guy, okay? And Annie's still in recovery mode, and Kate is just so Kate, if you're single, here's the scoop. We're going on a date this week. You can go back to part 1 if you want and find out, and get prepared. But
I really can't believe how this is stressing you out. I really can't believe how it's just 2 people sitting down talking.
Okay. Just like you and I, sitting down. I can do that.
Yeah, you can do that. Just because it happens if the man doesn't mean it's threatening.
Okay. All right. Okay. I will take it on. Okay.
Good.
And hold on. Nelson says, go flirt with the guy. Flirting is not flirting comes almost naturally to me in the sense that I'm full of all joy, and
Yeah, exactly. So
I talk to everybody when I'm out and about. But the idea of, for me, the word date.
date. So what can you
It's
replace the word
something that
date
I've
with?
got to clear up, that there's some energy around this idea of date that
Okay.
makes me feel sick to my stomach.
I understand that. So yeah, we did talk about the people who are committed or in a committed relationship. They should also go on a night out, but this time they should focus on the joy, not on what is messing up, but on enjoying themselves while they are out.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't make it like the date night movie where people are, it's now hard work to enjoy. Just relax. That's the whole point. Just relax and just have fun.
Okay, so I'm going to
Yeah.
report on where I found new joy with a man this week. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm committed to, whether it's in a so-called date or it's just in the middle of the parking lot having conversation.
Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
I will do something differently. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Good.
And anybody
Excellent.
up for this with me, just like, put a happy face or a heart or something that says, yes, let's go for it. Yes.
Yeah. Let's do this, girls.
We can do it. It's just a new experience. We are just having an experience that means nothing. All right.
Mm.
Okay. So next week at this time, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 7 p.m. GMT, 8 p.m. Central European. That's like noon. Is it noon in Saskatchewan? And what's that, 11 o'clock in Pacific Standard Time? Something like that. Okay. Check on the link. But anyways, we'll come back here together. Mm-hmm. And if we haven't reported already on Passion Institute, Heart Passion Institute.
Heart Passion Institute, yeah.
Our private message melody, we can share and have another joyous laugh and release the tension of opening our heart to the relationship and the man that we want in our life.
Yeah, exactly. And next week we'll be talking about what you are bringing to the table.
Well,
I don't know where these things come from, okay? They just land in my head. I don't know, but we are going to talk about that.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you all for joining us. Hold on. Annie's got one last comment here. Yes. Okay. I can talk with someone in a parking lot. Yes, with the dog walking. That's exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just going to be fun and new experiences. And we love you all. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you so much. We've had so much fun. Thanks. Great.